Welcome to 15 Minutes with Dad, the show where we connect, support, and empower fathers to be the backbone their families need. I'm your host, Lirec Williams, and every story, every lesson I share here is rooted in my journey as a dad and the powerful tools found in my book, Man Up From Our Trauma to Being Impactful Fathers. It's a guide for turning pain into purpose, and you can grab your copy today on Amazon. The perfect gift for fathers this holiday season. If you're finding value in these conversations, take a moment to rate the show. Your support helps other dads like you discover this platform and join us in the mission of fatherhood empowerment. Let's continue to grow together one step at a time. Now let's dive into today's episode. Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your host, Lirec.
And it's Mariah.
And this is 15 Minutes with Dad. And ew. Ew. And this is 15 Minutes with Dad, and we are here to have a conversation with you guys. My precious daughter has joined us today for a special episode for during this beautiful holiday season. I think it's holiday spirit that got her into her. Mm-hmm. And now I'm cool enough to have a podcast episode with. It's so great. Thanks for joining us, Mariah.
Yes, anytime.
Yeah, it's great. You know, our teenagers, they're so famous these days, so it's hard to keep up with them and their schedules in life. So I thank you for taking a precious time to spend with me today. I won't take up too much of it. I know that it is so busy with everything that teenagers are teenaging about.
Very busy.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. And today, guys, I just want to have a conversation with my daughter. It's been a while, and you haven't heard from her. She's still alive. She's out here.
I'm sorry.
She's
alive and healthy.
Yeah. She's still alive and healthy, very well, living her life, and she wanted to come and join us, and so here we are, and we're going to talk today specifically about this holiday time, because it could be a hard time, it could be an easy time with us being in a blended family. Sometimes it's difficult to really enjoy and be present for holidays and all the different makings. And as you know, teenagers, they're becoming so famous these days. They have their own lives, and they have all these other things that pulls them in different directions. And balancing is what we're trying to navigate these days. So, hey, Mariah.
Hi.
How was your Christmas break so far?
It's pretty good. I feel like I needed this break, especially from just like school and stuff like that, because I feel like it's been going for so long. Like, it's only been like 3 months, 4 months, but I feel like it's been going forever. So I feel like this break has been going pretty good too.
What makes it great?
I think like actually like spending time with everybody, and I'm actually like being around, because usually like I like go to school and then I get home and then I'll like take a nap or something and then go to practice, and by the time I come back it's like then we have like dinner and then it's like bedtime or something like that,
Yeah.
So it's like now it's like I'm actually able to like spend time with everybody and stuff like that, and not having to like stress out about anything. So I feel like yeah
I feel the same way, because I go to work and then come home and then eat dinner, and then sometimes cook dinner, and then
right.
eat dinner, and then put the kids to bed, and then say goodnight, go to sleep, maybe game a little bit, and then crash out, and do it all over again every day.
Yeah.
I can't say I hate it, but because it supports our lifestyle, but I hate it. I don't have to like to work.
Whoa.
So there's this thing that I was talking to many of the dads about something that I've been working on. And so I want to get your perspective on past perception versus this Christmas perception, and if there's a difference, what that difference is, and that stuff. So I want to ask a couple questions regarding that stuff.
Okay.
And so in the past, how do you perceive our Christmases, like before we blended our family?
Before, I think it was more like Christmas, it was just like we were just opening gifts and then that was it, we'd like watch a movie and then eat, and that was pretty much it. Like, we didn't really do like really much of anything.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was that. But like now I feel like we're like actually like doing stuff, and you can like feel it I don't know how to explain. Like not like before we didn't feel like I didn't feel the holiday spirit, but like I feel like now like it's more like I don't know how to explain it, but like
You're doing great. You're doing great.
but like I feel like we're kind of more connected and stuff, and we're like doing things together rather than like just buying. Like I feel like we're doing stuff like leading up to Christmas,
Yeah.
and then like Christmas and stuff like that, rather than before it was more like we were like doing nothing and then it was Christmas and then that was it.
Right,
Like-
right. And I think that's maybe because a big part of that, I've had a misconception of how to really celebrate the holidays. I was like, well, I'm doing my part if I get her presents so she has something to open. And that was always my goal, is to give you something to open for Christmas. So you're not like, oh my God, everybody got presents. You know, and
Yeah.
I mean, I would go all out for your presents. I kind of ran out of one-uppers of stuff. So I be grabbing at straws these days. But no, that makes sense. What are some things that we're doing now that is most memorable, or a thing you enjoy? What are some of the things that you enjoy about this Christmas?
I think the Elf on the Shelf thing is cute. Like I really like that. Like I feel like that's kind of like, I wouldn't say like healing my inner child, but I feel like I can like I feel that coming out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like when I like get excited just to like read it and see it, and I think it's like funny and stuff like that. Like I really like that stuff because like I don't know, I feel like I get to like enjoy that type of thing, and I think the coloring stuff was also fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was fun, like creating our own bingo stuff. Like I think that's a really good idea. So I think like that was really cute too.
Hopefully we can complete it, because we hit a roadblock, guys. We hit a roadblock. Technical difficulties.
Literally.
But we're so you know that's great. And for me, like I've been really excited about doing the Elf on the Shelf.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. Like it's been fun for me. I was so excited when I found out they were doing it. And like when I say that we've thought through the Elf on the Shelf for like months now. Like we're going to do the Elf on the Shelf, and then it started getting closer to the time and we forgot. But then but we were still like, me and Alma were sending pictures and sending things and ideas of like, this is how we want to like. And so I had, instead of, you know me, I don't like to do what other people do. So I kind of take what I saw and then made it my own flavor to it. And so it's been really fun trying to like create it. And late at night, like, oh my God, it is so hard to keep up. Y'all don't even know. You don't even know. This Elf on the Shelf shit is not for the weak-hearted. Like we did 9 days. Some people do 30. We did 9 days.
Oh yeah.
Like that was a goal to do 9 days, and it's been so fun. My like every day, and for you, like for all the dads out there, I just want to explain to you, like we have two different versions of the Elf on the Shelf. And before we did the Elf on the Shelf stuff, we had all the kids and Mariah to come and like watch the Elf on the Shelf like cartoon on Netflix. It's a little short or whatever, and then you know that's how we introduced the elves, and everybody was like so excited. And I seen my daughter like smirk, like do a little smile, getting excited, and I was like, oh shit, we might have a hit in our hands. But we do it differently with her. So instead of like the whole imaginary, oh, Santa's gonna do this, but it's more like we, you know, think about positive affirmations that we can give during that moment. So the elf is kind of communicating to her about the things that make her special, and that's kind of like how we're approaching the Elf on the Shelf, instead of just being, you know, oh, 9 days into Christmas, blah, blah, blah. You know, but we mix Christmas in it. It's a really beautiful thing. It's really fun. And I think, like, to your point, Mariah, you said, like, it touched your inner child. It touched my inner child, too, but I get to communicate to you guys differently. So, like, words that the elf is telling you things that I have said to you.
Yeah.
Right? But now, with your imagination talking to you, it's like, you get to read that and you can feel that someone else is seeing you from somewhere and seeing inside of you that, and I can see, like, even after the first day of it, like, I didn't know. Here's the thing. I didn't know if these kids liked it or not. I'm going to tell y'all a story real quick. The first one we did the floor is lava. And I had the camera on. I seen my 10-year-old. He was just looking at it, and he was just walking around. Not. We put papers on the floor for platforms. We thought they were going to try to like navigate to the door on the way to school. They just walked past it. Like Mariah ran fast because obviously she's late for the school bus, but she ran past it. And then Abraham was just looking at it, and just like I thought he would be the one to actually like jump into it, and no one did it until after school. So what I did is while they were here, like Abraham, the 10-year-old and my 4-year-old, I did the floor is lava. I jumped, from platform to platform. They watched me do it, and when they came home from school and in daycare, they did it themselves.
Yeah,
it was and it was like something that like at first I thought I was just gonna be putting stuff up and letting it be, but in order for it to really work, I realized very quickly that I had to be invested in it, in a way that like I had to put myself in you guys' position on how I would respond in these moments,
right?
And then create it and then let you guys experience. Like we've had, I think last night was probably the funniest one for me. I bought like the next day after we had like all this, we bought the elves on the shelves like months ago, right? But we went to the Dollar Tree and like we was like, oh, what can we get to like do stuff? We had no ideas. We jumbled all these different
like
types
last night.
No.
Like
A couple weeks ago, when we first started, the day after the floor is lava, we was like, okay, we got to do something. We got to be a lot more creative. So we went to the Dollar Tree and spent like $30 on just anything we could think of to be artsy crafty.
Oh my gosh, you know what's crazy? Whenever it was the one, I think it was the one when the floor was lava, and it was like, I don't remember which one, but like it was like whenever there was like a box of, and like it was like a little can and there was like chocolate in it. Like I was like, I never saw y'all buy this, and so like that, like I was actually like for a second I was like, oh shoot, like this actually might be real. Like I'm not even joking. Like I was like, it was like in the morning too, so I was so half asleep, but I was like, it's like because I genuinely I was like, when would they have bought this? Like what? And so like I was just like, I don't even know. Like I was like,
but it connected you to your Christmas period. Like, oh my God, this is actually
Like I was like, there's no way. Like this has to be real. Like and then
So I mean, that story altogether is like, if you're gonna do this elf on the shelf stuff, it's not for the faint of heart. Rule 2, invest in it. You got to be invested. Like your spirit, your mental has to be invested in it, and you have to be like, you have to act like you don't know what's going on, even though you did the stuff.
Right? Yeah.
But it's been fun, and I like this Christmas holiday. For me, has been fantastic. I feel like I'm more elated and excited about Christmas, whereas I used to dread and just want it to be over with already.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for Christmas. I'm more excited to get to this moment where I watch you, like I get to see you guys doing a thing in our new home,
Right.
like we've opened presents, but we've had some tumultuous holidays over the last couple years. And I think this holiday is different. Because we did stuff, and even though, like, at any moment I wanted to make an excuse like, oh my God, I'm tired, but it became easier over time for me to just be like, excuse me. If Alma had an idea, she's like, hey, let's do this. I'm like, bet, let's do it. Because I'm excited about it. I'm that like that's what I talked about is being present. Like this Christmas has, like, even for my teenage daughter who like things and then don't like things, like you never know what you're gonna get. But like for her to be invested, even with all the way down to our 4-year-old, is super excited and invested. Like they almost got Christmas canceled and they just lost it.
Oh my gosh.
My girlfriend just mentioned it, and they came down to plead their case. But I say all this to say, dads, it's important for us as dads to be actively, like, how do you, like, and Mariah, this is my question for you. Like, how do you see my, like, interaction compared to the past and to now?
Hey, what's going on to all my dads out there? A quick pause on our fantastic journey today to share something special with you. If you've been enjoying the insight, stories, and dad wisdom we dive into every episode, then you're going to love this. I've poured my heart, soul, and a whole lot of dad experience into my book, Man Up, From Our Trauma to Being Impactful Fathers. It's not just a book. It's a self-help guide. It's a companion for every dad out there looking to strengthen their bond with their kids, navigate the challenges of trauma, fatherhood, and discover new ways to find joy in the most ordinary moments. Inside, you will find stories, anecdotes about my life, practical advice, and those light bulb moments that you'll have to say, aha, so I'm not the only one. Whether you're a new dad, feeling a bit overwhelmed, or seasoned pro looking for fresh perspectives, Man Up, From Our Trauma to Being Impactful Fathers is your go-to guide for all things fatherhood. And because you are a valued listener of 15 Minutes with Dad, I've got a special offer just for you. Head over to 15minuteswithdad.com/manup and use the promo code DAD15 at checkout for an exclusive listener discount. But wait, it gets even better. When you grab your copy today, you'll also get access to a special bonus chapter that's not available anywhere else. It's my way of saying thank you for being a part of our Dadtastic community. All right, let's dive back into our episode.
I think like before, like it was, I mean, like I feel like now, like you are, like I can see your enjoyment in this, you know what I mean? Like I can see like you're actually like you're in the moment with us and like actually like enjoying with us, you know what I mean? Like before, I feel like it was more you were like watching us be happy rather than you actually being there. Like I don't know how to explain. Like you were in there with us, but you weren't like actually like there.
Yeah.
Like you were more. I think like it was more like you were in your head, but also like you like your body was there, but your mind wasn't. But it was like I don't really know how to explain it, but like
You explained it how I explained it. Like my mind was my body was there, but my mind was somewhere else, focused on the next thing, the next this or the what happened or how things are taking place, or is everybody having fun or enjoying it, and really trying to like figure out how like what, like if I need to do something more to make this moment better for you guys. Yeah, I agree. I feel so much fuller this year, and I feel like I've learned a lot. And this is kudos to my girlfriend, believe it or not. Like she created this space for me to be present. Like this is something that she's been talking about for a long time, but she diligently helped me create, like she helped create a space for me to be present in a way where like she had all, like she loves holidays. Mm-hmm. She gets super excited for holidays, but I never used to get like super excited. I'd be like, oh yay, here we go. About to be a lot of intensity and stress. Oh my God, she's about to be overly excited and making me anxious because she's so excited and she won't calm down. And I was talking in my last episode, Mariah, about how I've been singing and humming the Mariah Carey song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. That's how I knew that's how I knew I got the bug. Like, have you heard me singing it? Like, yes. Oh my God, I just it's in my head now. It's like, you know, but like
that's funny.
How does that make you feel, having me be the way that you just described before?
Wait, like before now or like?
No, like just now when you described how I am now. Okay, did I just confuse you more?
Yes, you did.
Okay. When I asked you how do you see, how have I been this year?
Okay, so like now.
Yeah.
I feel like, wait, what was the question?
How does it make you feel?
Okay.
You started off right. You're like, I feel like that's how you would start off.
I feel like you being present and in the moment, it also helps me be like that as well. Like, I feel like yeah. And I feel like that also, like, kind of helps the family as well. Like, I don't know, I feel like it makes us feel a lot more connected. And I think, like, it also, like, makes me really happy because you seem happy as well. like you like in the moment and stuff like that. Like yeah.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that and I received that because I didn't know the profound effect that it would have on you guys. It was more for me because of how I experience life and how I'm like, I don't have memories. I don't have this. And I don't think of these things as exciting or a great thing, but I'm like, screw it, man. That was my thought process. I was like, screw it. I'm just going to do it and see what happens and make sure and try to savor every moment that I can. Right. And like every moment where I've been there, right? I've been to your games. I've been to these different things, but like I experienced them completely different now.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at it like I'm watching you do something that you love. And I'm there and I get to talk to you about it afterwards. You know, like I didn't have that growing up. So like to be able to, I didn't realize that like I think it hit me last week, really last week when I went to your game, when I was like, I think I drove to, was it Central Crossing or the other one? I don't know which one it was. The second came out Lancaster.
The one on Saturday?
Yeah. Yeah. And I was there and I was like, bro, I drove an hour to make sure that I'm here at your game. And I get to talk to you about what you did at the end of the game. Because I question like, okay, am I doing something right? Am I doing something wrong? And I'm like, I think that's a thing that I'm doing right. Like you love to do this thing you're excited about. You go to practice, you work hard on it, and then you go and display it in front of all these people. You come off and you feel good or you feel bad. Sometimes you feel in the middle. And we get to talk about it on the way home. And whether it's good or bad, you get to talk about it on your way home.
Yeah.
And that talk about how you see yourself, I'm able to give you parts of what you're thinking. I get to give you things to store inside of your mind. And that's like a beautiful thing that I just like realize is so exciting to me that I get to do that. And you're not just in your head about it. Like imagine if I didn't show up to a game. And I was thinking about that as I was driving. I had a lot of time to drive because I couldn't get the Bluetooth to work. Long story. But as I was driving in silence for an hour to Lancaster, and I was like, yo, I imagine if I wasn't there and you played well or you played bad, but you're just like, we don't have a conversation about it. Like, there's no talking about your game. I was there or I wasn't there, and it's just you. Like, how would you feel?
I feel like that would be like bad. Like, I feel like if you didn't come to my games, I feel like it would kind of be like you didn't really care, and you weren't like you just put me in basketball because I wanted to be, but you didn't actually care to see me play. Or like that I was even in basketball. Like I feel like it would be more like you're just.
I'll be confirming the negative in your head. Yeah. So my present fights the negative in your head.
Definitely, yeah.
Dad cares.
Because I feel like sometimes, like whenever you relate to Central Crossing, I thought like you weren't gonna like come or something like that. Like even though you were probably like 2 minutes late or something like that.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. Like I got there when you got in, like I was like, come on.
Yeah, like you got there like literally as soon as I got in. It was like perfect timing. But I was like, I felt like whenever like I was like looking back like constantly to see if you were there, and like whenever you weren't there, like it was like I kind of felt like you like I thought you weren't gonna show up, you know. I was like, oh well, it's far, you know. It's just him and 2D, so he probably like wasn't gonna be able to make it, you know.
Yeah.
And then. So I was kind of getting in my head about that. I was like, you know, like I was like, oh, like he comes to every one of my games, like no matter what, like, you know, like he'll try to get off of work early or like leave from a Christmas party like earlier, like you'll like do like whatever you can to get to my games. And I was like if he didn't come to this one, like this wasn't like an important game or anything like that, but I was like,
it's just a game, you know.
Yeah,
but it's still
just, yeah.
Even though you know all of that, it didn't even work?
No, because I was like, it was just like I was like, so if he didn't show up, like he didn't care. But I know, like, obviously you care because you'll literally, like, you've done everything to get to my game and you, like, miss one. And I'm like, but whenever you showed up, like, I was, like, really happy. Like, even though I try not to show it. Whenever I see you show up to my games, I try not to show it. But every time I, like, see you in the stands, if I look back and you're not there, and then I look back and you're there and I hear you or something like that, I get like so happy inside because I'm like, oh my gosh, like he actually did make it, and I get like really happy. Like I try not to show it because, you know, like, but like I get like really happy when you show up and stuff like that. Like,
So it's almost like that same feeling when you were younger and you would see me somewhere and I'm like, hey,
yeah, yeah,
you know, across the auditorium or something when you were a kid for
yeah.
a performance. Yeah, that's interesting that you say that because that gives me something to picture every time I show up to a game, every time I show up.
Yeah, I didn't expose myself.
Yep. 4K. You exposed them 4K. But no, I think it's a very interesting thing because some fathers don't go to things.
Yeah.
Some dads don't think that their presence matter to those things, or maybe because they baby mama said don't come. We gonna be mad, and because my other partner is here, so you shouldn't come. But like from this conversation with you, I really like it's affirming that it's vital for a father to be there for their daughter everywhere. I'm gonna be there at everything that I can be there for. Like I'll be there at your graduations, your weddings if you are that kind of person. Be there for your weddings. I'm gonna be there for everything, and in the most unapologetic way, and like, yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I think it gives me this conversation helps me appreciate the journey that we have together while we're alive, you know, like, and being able to be present. I feel like I have a lot more days, a lot more time by doing this.
Yeah.
Whereas before I felt like, oh my God, I'm running out of time. I got to do so much. And that's what I was really focused on, is like, I got to get this prepared. I got to get this prepared. I got to get this prepared for my daughter just in case something doesn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
And reality, I'm missing so much. I'm there, but I'm missing so much.
Yeah.
So I thank you for having this conversation with me on this holiday. And I would say that for dads, please be present, enjoy memories, and create memories with your five senses, with your family. We bake cookies from scratch. Everybody helped to bake cookies yesterday from scratch. It was real fun. And that's what we did. And, you know, so little things, color paper, pull out some coloring pencils and color with your kids, whatever that may be. Mariah, you have anything to say that you think dads should do from a daughter's perspective, or something that you feel is vital for a father from your perspective?
I feel like, I guess just like show that you care and show that you're there, you know? Like sometimes we may not like show that we want that, but in reality, I feel like deep down, like we actually do. And just by like he said, like doing like coloring and stuff like that, like doing stuff with us, it really shows that you care and that you love us, you know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that really helps.
And so if you get the best out of your kids, just keep showing up. They gonna like you. They ain't gonna always like you, but they gonna love you. All right. Now, thank you, love, for joining this podcast with me, and thank you, dads, for listening with me and joining me on this podcast. This has been another episode of 15 Minutes with Dad. If you like what you heard today, make sure that you go and you share this with a loved one, to yourself or friends or family. There's dads all around the world, so just share it with them. Let them hear this message, especially during the holiday season. Thank you, guys. Take care.
And just like that, we've hit an end of another epic journey here at 15 Minutes with Dad. I'm your host, Lirec, and I am thrilled to have shared this time with you. But guess what? The conversation is far from over. Want to dive deeper into the Dadverse? Check out our website at 15minuteswithdad.com and join our vibrant community on Instagram, Discord, and TikTok for your daily dose of dad inspiration, camaraderie. And here's something special. Subscribe to our newsletter at 15minuteswithdad.com for exclusive goodies and behind-the-scene peeks you won't find anywhere else. Got a burning question or a dad moment that made you proud? We're all ears. Submit your questions and share those special moments with us for a chance to be featured and shout out on our show. It's your time to shine in our dad community, so tap in with our Discord, and our server is at 15 Minutes with Dad. So tap in for that, engage with the community, and you will be featured on our show. Each week we would do another feature, so join in. Love today's episode. Spread the love by sharing it with a friend and leaving us a review. Let's get the word out and grow our awesome dad family, because guess what? When you give us a review and you rate our podcast, you give everybody the chance to enjoy what you've enjoyed about this podcast as well. So mark your calendars, because new episodes drop every Thursday of the week. Ready for more heartwarming stories, laughs, and dad wisdom? We can't wait to have you back. But until next time, keep being the amazing dad you are. Every day is a new adventure and every moment is special. Catch you on the next episode. Love, peace, and chicken grease.